Like and subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Russia-Ukraine live updates. Kremlin resets with push into Ukraine's east as sunk warship caps bruising week. As the war in Ukraine enters its 8th week, a bruised Russia is grappling with fresh setbacks. In the past 7 days, the flagship of its Black Sea fleet has been sunk. Ukrainian authorities recaptured an ally of President Vladimir Putin. And 2 countries close to Russia's borders, Finland and Sweden, are stepping up their efforts to join the US-led NATO alliance. Ukrainians celebrated by buying postage stamps of the downed missile cruiser, as other Russian ships moved, at least temporarily, away from the coastline. But the Kremlin's forces are gearing up for fresh attacks in Ukraine's south and east, with 65 Russian battalion tactical groups now in those regions, according to the Pentagon. Kyiv's military leaders said the Kremlin was conducting reconnaissance efforts in the east ahead of a planned offensive. Western military analysts warned that Mariupol, the port city that has endured weeks of a brutal Russian siege, appeared to be on the verge of falling. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, in his nightly address, noted the irony of Moscow refocusing its attacks on areas where there are significant numbers of Russian speakers. The Kremlin is destroying Russian culture and the Russian language, he said, adding, how suicidal it is for everything that Russia allegedly protects. 2 Republicans, Senator Steve Daines, Mont, and Representative Victoria Spartz, End, visited Kyiv on Thursday, becoming the first U.S. lawmakers to travel to Ukraine since the start of the invasion. The top U.S. commander in Europe and his staff are developing training programs for Ukrainian forces that will teach the soldiers about an array of sophisticated weapons. Russia accused Ukraine's military of striking residential buildings in a Russian village, leaving 7 people injured. There was no independent verification of the alleged attack. The Washington Post has lifted its paywall for readers in Russia and Ukraine. Telegram users can subscribe to our channel for updates. Return to menu. Up to 5 Russian warships in the northern Black Sea have moved south, away from Ukrainian coastlines, according to the Pentagon, after a key Russian vessel suffered serious damage and sank. Those Russian ships were as close or closer to the Ukrainian coast than the MOSKVA, the missile cruiser that Ukrainian and American officials said sank this week near the port of Odessa after an attack from Ukrainian forces. It is unclear why the Russian ships moved away from Ukrainian shores, though military experts said the Russian Navy would seek to prevent another potential attack from Ukrainian coastal defenses. Moscow has disputed assertions that the MOSKVA was hit by Ukrainian forces before sinking, saying it sank after a fire. The apparent ability of Ukrainian troops to threaten Russian vessels at long range may force the Kremlin to be more cautious in the waters off southern Ukraine, said James Black, a research leader at RAND Europe, part of the RAND Corporation. This has knock-on effects for the ability of Russia to threaten Ukrainian-held positions west of Kherson, most notably the port city of Odessa, with possible amphibious landings, or to provide fire support to Russian ground forces operating in coastal regions, he said in an email. The loss of the MOSKVA, which served as a command vessel and air defense node, means Russia will have to review its maritime posture in the Black Sea, the British Defense Ministry said in an intelligence update early Friday. Return to menu. Ukrainian authorities announced Thursday that they had seized 154 assets from pro-Kremlin opposition politician and mogul Viktor Medvedchuk, who was captured this week after he escaped from house arrest shortly after Russia invaded Ukraine. The seizures add further intrigue to the circumstances of the escape and recapture of one of Ukraine's most notorious oligarchs, known for his close relationship with Russian President Vladimir Putin, who is godfather to one of Medvedchuk's daughters. Medvedchuk rose from humble beginnings to become one of the richest people in Ukraine. He appeared to enjoy a lavish life, after he escaped his house arrest in a mansion at a spa town near Kyiv in February. Activists found that the location housed an ornate replica of a 19th-century railway dining car, replete with a gold-gilded toilet and bidet hose. Return to menu. The Ukrainian parliament voted Thursday to formally declare that invading Russian forces carried out acts of genocide on its soil, with its chairman urging other countries to follow suit and denounce Moscow's wartime conduct. In the resolution adopted by the Verkhovna Rada, the lawmakers accused Russian troops of committing grave crimes against Ukrainians, including the systematic and willful killing of civilians. It is safe to say that the actions committed by the Russian